I'm Terry Graham.
I'm Chrissy Ivano. We're the co-founders of the Minto US Open Pickleball Championships.
The Minto US Open Pickleball Championships first year was in 2016. At that time, we had 800 players and about 1,000 fans. Fast forward to 2024, we have over 3,000 players and we'll have over 50,000 people come through this park over this week.
We were working at Wilson Sporting Goods in indoor racket sports, and we started hearing about this sport called pickleball. So we did a business plan, an extensive business plan, and it started to show that this sport was probably on the verge of booming. So Terry actually had the idea of, maybe it's ready for a big event. So we started putting together a plan. We started thinking about the logistics, about where we might go, and this is what we did. But we never could have dreamed it would have been as big as it is.
Mike Neely here, from CEO of USA Pickleball. I'm in Florida at the US Open. It is National Pickleball Month, so we're excited to be talking about pickleball. Kudos to Chris and Terry who started this event years ago. It has grown into quite an event, and it's fun to be a part of.
So we're Jody and Robert Elliott from Engaged Pickleball, and basically I don't think the company would have got started if I was a little more talented. So what happened was we were at Pro Players and we were drilling and playing a lot, and my husband was like, I don't think you can feel the ball. So I switched companies and I used a different paddle, and he said, that's worse. And I said, well, what do I do? Can you make me a paddle? And he said, yeah, I can make you a paddle. Yeah. What was that, the most expensive paddle ever?
It was the most expensive paddle to do it. We started Engage about 8 years ago, purely to make a better paddle. And a couple people wanted to try the paddle. Pickleball Central heard about it 6 months later, ordered 500 of them. And within the first year, we had half the medals at nationals, the pro players and amateurs using our paddle.
I am Kim Nicewonder. I'm the co-founder of Way More Sports and the Chief Engagement Officer.
I'm Jay Sartori, and I am also a co-founder. I am Chief Inspiration Officer and Brand Officer of Way More Sports. We are the largest franchisee group of the Pickler, which is the nation's largest and, might I say, best indoor pickleball club franchise there, yes.
Jay and I are avid players. We love the sport. We don't get to play as much now as what we used to because we're providing pickleball for other people, which is great. It gives us much joy to be able to do that. But we chose pickleball because of the growing sport that it is.
Yeah, I tell you, pickleball is not slowing down. The most recent SFIA study is saying that there's over 13 million people that are playing this consistently, playing the game of pickleball. There's some other studies that are even significantly higher than that. So this game is not slowing down. It's awesome to see the growth.
This sport is growing so much. Nobody in the industry ever really expected it. And it's growing faster than anybody could expect. So there's some hiccups with that growth. So I think that what's happening on the horizon, a lot of different things, but a lot of teaching things are popping up. Players love to be taught. They love camps, they love clinics, they love to travel. So I think the travel industry for pickleball is going to explode. It's already exploding. Destination pickleball is the thing. You think about in this area, the pickleball courts that have popped up on condo associations. It's like, come here, rent here for the season because we have pickleball courts. And that's happening all over.
So the camps that we started with, so we pretty much started, of course, with 1 or 2, but we quickly grew because of the demand for it and everybody's interested. So we pretty much went up within the first year. We're probably about 50 camps a year, and then we've been probably holding steady about 100 to 120. We probably have about 20 in South America. We're growing big there. We probably have a dozen in the Caribbean.
Australia.
We have a full team now in Australia doing probably 2 a month right now. A couple of the best instructors. Sarah Burr is probably the #1 female in Australia. And this year we're actually launching across Europe. And the big thing is, this is not the multi-day. We do destination camps too. So we go to Club Med, we go to these resorts and everything where they'll play for 3 days and then they'll have 4 days, so it's a week-long vacation. So, and then we're gonna be spreading that off to Italy and UK and Ireland and making it a whole lot of fun. So that's coming next year.
My name is Sam Basford. I'm at the US Open today and this week just for a vacation on holiday from England. I've played here previously, great fun, but this time just here to watch and support the fellow Brits. The growth in the UK is probably maybe 10 or 12 years behind. We've had sort of small booms, we consider them to be booms. Nothing like what's gone on here yet, but The real factor for me is accessibility. You know, anyone can play this sport. You know, if you've never played before, I can take you onto court and in half an hour we'll be playing games. And really that's for me the most important part. Secondary to that, the social factor. You know, it's a bit of a cliche, but everyone's really nice in pickleball. You know, we all get along. There's a real community feel, and I think for me personally, that's really important in sport, is to be competitive, but also to enjoy just playing for fun.
It brings families together. You can literally have your 5-year-old, which we have witnessed, and your 90-year-old grandfather playing the same sport and laughing and having such a great time together as a family.
We believe, as the college sport of pickleball, this thriving sport of pickleball progresses all over the world, whether that be the Olympics or college, that as it moves into college sports, as we see it, pickleball will become the first major college sport, D1 sport, that cuts across the gender lines, where men and women play on the same court or field together. There is no other college sport, collegiate sport, that allows men and women to play together on the same field or court. And we believe pickleball will be that first sport to do it.
Yeah, the question gets asked, you know, is this a tournament sport, participation, recreational sport? And my answer is yes. It's all, and you know, the tournament side is growing tremendously. There's more and more tournaments throughout the whole country all the time. You know, but actually, you know, of the millions and millions that are playing this, most of them actually don't participate in tournaments. You know, so the recreational side is that much bigger. And as from a USA pickleball standpoint, you know, we support this sport. I want to support all the players. Put a lot of attention on all those recreational players that are out there playing this sport, because that's the majority of them. But there's no slowing down on the competition side either.
Inherently, I think pickleball is a participation sport, and if you gave people the choice, they'd rather be playing it than watching it. I'm a big football fan, soccer fan, so I'm more than happy to sit and watch as much football as I can, and I'm happy not to play it because I enjoy watching it. So there's a balance there definitely with, you know, people love playing, and do they love playing more than they do watching? At the moment, yes.
This really came together by showing the county that we were going to bring tourism to the park and to Naples, Collier County. And when we proved to them the first year that we were bringing tourism here, it was a marriage made in heaven. And you think now how much money, I mean, 2023, we brought over $14 million of economic impact. This year, we'll probably be closer to $17 or $18 million of economic impact. What inspired us to take the risk of leaving our corporate jobs and entering this world that we really didn't know a whole lot about was sometimes you have to take gambles and you have to take risks. Sometimes the biggest rewards is when you take the biggest risk. And I would say that's what happened here. We're living the American dream.